Hello children, good morning to you all. Hope you are all good. Enjoyed the holidays and Diwali festival? Yeah. So after all that is over, now we are again into our new session of teaching. Okay. So today onwards again we are going to do with our lessons. Hope you all are fresh enough for enjoying the classes. Understand? Please completely involve in the teaching process. Please take part properly, do the work properly, and let us begin with our new session today. So we are beginning with our social studies lesson. Already before going for the holidays, we have completed second physical division of India, that is the northern plains. Now we are going to the third one, the peninsular plateau. We are doing with the peninsular plateau, third part. Today's lesson is the peninsular plateau. Our next lesson is peninsular plateau. So, our India is divided into 6 physical divisions, right? The northern mountains, the northern plains, the western desert, the peninsular plateau, coastal plains and islands. So, we have completed 2, the northern mountains and northern plains. Now, we are doing with the peninsular plateau. Before going to this lesson, let us know what is plateau. Before going to the lesson, what shall we do? Let us know what is a plateau. Plateau is a tableland, flat land on higher elevation. On a height it is situated. Understand? It is situated in our country just to the south of northern plains. Understand? It covers the major portion of our country. It covers the major portion of our country. Let me draw and show you. If it is like this, our country goes like this. Here northern plains. The northern plains here. Here all northern mountains. And here comes the desert. And here. And this all part is. And here this part is the coastal plain, and remaining all this is peninsular plateau. This part completely inside is peninsular plateau. Is it not bigger than any other physical divisions? Yes, it is. Okay, and it is triangular in shape, you see. Like this it is. It is triangular in shape and broader in the north. It is broad, big in the north. As it comes to the south, it is narrower. It is narrower in the south. Why it is called the peninsular plateau? Because it is, our country is a peninsula. It is having water on 3 sides. And in the middle it has a land. That's why it is a peninsula. This plateau is situated in the peninsula, so we call it the peninsular plateau. Understand? I hope it is clear to you. Peninsular plateau. So, we are going to learn about this peninsular plateau in our lesson today. So, this peninsular plateau is extended after the northern plains. It is broader in the north and narrower in the south. And it is made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Ancient rocks they are. This land is completely made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Understand? And it has black soil, black lava soil. Do you know what is lava? You know, mountains, their hole will be there, volcano. And when volcano erupts, what happens? From it all rocks and mud come in the form of lava, liquid fire that will flow towards the slope, and after many years that will cool down and turn into black color soil, that is called lava, black lava soil. So in most of the parts of this peninsular plateau we have black lava soil. Understand? This plateau is divided by Narmada river. 1 minute, let me show. So, if I hold like this, here comes all northern mountain, and this stretch is the northern plains, and here this is the desert, and from here starts, and for example here this is a coastal plain till here. Okay, so this middle part is called the peninsular plateau. Understand? And from we have got Narmada river here. Vindhya and Satpura mountains divide this plateau into two parts. One is called Central Highland, second is called Deccan Plateau. So this is called Central Highland, this area, some parts of Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Understand? Narmada river divides it into two parts. One is Central Highland, the other is the Deccan Plateau or Southern Plateau. This Central Highland has two important plateaus, Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau falls in Madhya Pradesh. It is very fertile land. And Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals. Understand? These are the two parts of Central Highland Plateau. Understand? Then so we are going to study about Central Highlands. So what I told you now, the Peninsular Plateau is the third physical division we are going to study about India. Third physical division of India. Understand? It lies to the bottom of the northern plains. Understand? And it is in triangular shape. The Narmada river divides this plateau into two parts. One is called Central Highland, the other is called a Deccan Plateau or Southern Plateau. So the Central Highland is again divided into two parts called Chota Nagpur Plateau and what to call Malwa Plateau. Malwa Plateau is very rich in fertile land. It is a fertile land, and Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals. Okay. Then let us know in detail about this Central Highlands. The part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of Narmada river, covering a major area of Malwa Plateau, is known as Central Highland. It is bounded by the Aravalli Range in the west and Vindhya Range in the south. Aravalli Range is the oldest mountain ranges in the world. In the east, the Malwa Plateau extends up to Chota Nagpur Plateau. The Malwa Plateau is drained by the river Son, Chambal, Sindh and Damodar. So, this Central Highlands extends from Malwa Plateau to Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau is bounded by two main mountain ranges. One is Vindhya range in the south, Aravali range in the north. Aravali mountain range is the oldest mountain range in the world, they say. Understand? Between these two mountain ranges lies the Central Plateau or Malwa Plateau. And this is drained by the rivers Son, Damodar, and what else? Chambal and Sindh river. Understand? And these rivers make this land fertile. Whereas Chota Nagpur Plateau region is rocky, full of rocks, but it is rich in minerals. The Chambal and Betwa rivers join the Yamuna river, while Son river joins the river Ganga. The Chota Nagpur Plateau covers Jharkhand, western Odisha and northeastern Chhattisgarh. These regions are full of minerals such as coal, bauxite and mica. I already told Chota Nagpur Plateau is famous for what I said? Minerals. Understand? Here you find which areas come under Chota Nagpur Plateau? Jharkhand and western Odisha, western part of Odisha, northeastern part of Chhattisgarh in Madhya Pradesh. These parts come under the Chota Nagpur Plateau, which are rich in minerals. Which minerals are found here? Coal, bauxite and mica. Then comes the Deccan Plateau. The part of the peninsular plateau, major part of the peninsular plateau is the Deccan Plateau. I already showed you in this way. So this we leave it. It is the coastal area. This what lies in the middle is called the Deccan Plateau. Understand? Deccan Plateau covers Karnataka, Maharashtra, some parts of Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, etc. And Kerala, some parts of Kerala. Anaimudi, the highest mountain peak in the Deccan Plateau, is in Kerala. Understand? Anaimudi is the highest mountain peak in the Deccan Plateau or Southern Plateau. It is situated in the state of Kerala. Understand? This plateau is surrounded by Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. 1 minute, I will show you on the map. If it goes like this, this is the stretch of a strip of coastal plain, and here come the Western Ghats mountains, and here come the Eastern Ghats. Understand? This plateau region is surrounded by these Western Ghats, and here Eastern Ghats. Ghats means hills. And this Deccan Plateau is surrounded by Western Ghats in the west and Eastern Ghats in the east. These two mountain ranges merge in the place called Nilgiri Hills. They meet at Nilgiri Hills. Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet at the tip of India, the place called Nilgiri Hills. They meet at Nilgiri Hills. What meet at Nilgiri Hills? Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. To the south of Satpura range flows Tapi River. Here Tapi River flows and it enters Arabian Sea. Narmada River also enters Arabian Sea. These are the two rivers of India which join the Arabian Sea. All the rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, all these rivers join the Bay of Bengal, whereas only two rivers of India, Narmada and Tapi, they fall into the Arabian Sea. Remember that. Both Narmada and Tapi rivers do not form any delta, whereas Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, they form Sundarban delta. Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri also form their deltas along the coastal area. But Narmada and Tapi rivers do not form any delta. The other major rivers of Deccan Plateau are Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Tungabhadra, understand, etc. And Godavari is referred to as Dakshin Ganga. The most important and most holy river, holiest river of South India is Godavari. It is referred to as, or it is known as Dakshin Ganga. Uttar Ganga, Ganga river, which is the most holiest river of our country, the biggest river of our country. In the south, Godavari river, which is also known as Dakshin Ganga. Being in the south, it is known as Dakshin Ganga because it is also the holy river in the south of India. Understand? The lifestyle and culture of the people of Plateau region is very interesting because different states are lying in the or locating in this Deccan Plateau region, and they have their own culture, their own festivals, their own lifestyle, their dressing, their celebrations, their languages, their food habits, all are quite different. They do not match each other, yet they all respect each other's culture. They stay together and follow their own cultures. Understand? These are very incredible. We cannot value them in terms of anything. They have their own values. The region covers the states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So, which states come under the Deccan Plateau or even the Peninsular Plateau region? Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, understand, etc. Odisha come under this part. Which countries, which states come under or are located in the Peninsular Plateau region? Which states are located in the Peninsular Plateau region means Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, some part of Kerala, not completely, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Odisha. These states are in the Plateau region. So, here we are stopping today and tomorrow we are learning about each state in this particular Deccan Plateau or in the Peninsular Plateau region. Okay, today we are stopping here, and what we are doing tomorrow? We are going to learn more about this lesson. What is it? What we are going to learn? We are going to learn about the states which are located in the Peninsular Plateau region. And what we learned today? What is a plateau? Meaning of plateau. Plateau means higher elevated flat land. Understand? In India, it is situated in the south of northern plains. This plateau is made up of old metamorphic and igneous rocks. And this plateau is divided by Narmada river in two parts. One is Central Highlands, the other is Deccan Plateau. Understand? The Central Highland has the plateaus called Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau is surrounded by the hill ranges, Aravali Hills in the north and Vindhya Hills in the south. In between these two lies the Malwa Plateau. And Malwa Plateau, not only here it extends up to Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals like manganese, coal and mica. The main rivers of flow here are Son, Betwa, Mahanadi, Damodar, etc. Understand? Among them, Narmada river falls into the Arabian Sea. Tapi river also. Tapi and Narmada, two rivers which are the rivers of peninsular plateau. They fall into the Arabian Sea. Other important rivers are Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Tungabhadra, etc. They all fall into the Bay of Bengal. The second part of this peninsular plateau is Deccan Plateau, which is triangular in shape. It covers Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Tamil Nadu, 9 states. Understand? And these 9 states, and the soil in the Deccan Plateau is black lava soil. Understand? This soil is formed due to the lava, eruption of lavas. Understand? The largest river in the Deccan Plateau is Godavari river, which is referred to as Dakshin Ganga. So, tomorrow we are going to learn about each and every state in the plateau region. So, here we stop. Thank you. Please read the lesson. Okay. Thank you, children.